Hey everybody, let me be the first or one of the first to wish you Merry Christmas. It is now after Thanksgiving. We can start celebrating Christmas, listening to Christmas music, putting our Christmas trees up, all of that socially acceptably because Thanksgiving has passed. So with Christmas season, we hear Christmas songs, we see churches changing their sermons, and we hear about four words. We have hope, joy, peace, and love. We hear about those words a lot. And this morning when I was reading my Bible, I read a passage in Luke that made me think about hope, and hope in a very specific way. So I want to talk about that with you guys today. And because this hat will distract me more than it distracts you, I'm going to go ahead and throw that to the side. But hope is this interesting thing because when you look up the definition to the word hope, it pretty much says it is something that you wish for. But I think hope is so much more than that. And how we actually see that play out in our lives, I think you would agree. Hope isn't just something we wish for. It's something that we believe can and will happen. It's an outcome that we not only wish for, but we believe it is possible and even likely. If we go with the dictionary definition, hope, it's just me as a sports guy saying that I hope Indiana beats Texas tomorrow in the Maui Invitational. And that's a great thing, but that doesn't really shape my actions and shape my life. But hope is so much more than that. I read an article from the Stanford Medical Journal talking about hope. And it said the greatest predictor on how long someone will live with stage 4 cancer is how much hope they have. Do they have hope that they can survive that cancer? Do they have hope that with that cancer they can live a full and meaningful life? Hope helps keep them alive. I read an article about a man named Mayer Hirsch, who was a 78-year-old guy at the time of writing the article and was thinking back 65 years to when he spent 3 years in Nazi concentration camps and 1 year in Auschwitz. He was quoted as saying, "A man can go days without food, but a man cannot survive a single minute without hope." He credits hope to allowing him to survive and getting him through the concentration camps. The final story I read about was a man named Jose Salvador Alvarenga, and he was a sailor with a buddy, got caught in a storm and set adrift. After 4 months, he said this everywhere, his buddy lost hope, stopped eating, and ended up passing away. He stayed adrift for another 9 months, 13 months total, and said the only reason he kept alive was because he had hope that he could be rescued. Hope causes us to survive circumstances, to push through things that we would not think is possible. Hope is so powerful, and I want us to remember that. So getting to the passage that I read this morning, it was Luke 15. I'm going to read verses 3 through 7. It says, "Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, 'Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep.' I tell you in the same way that there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent." And yes, this verse is talking about you. That God does chase after you. That God does seek you out in your sin and want you to follow him. But I want to talk about hope, about something else. 2020 has been a crazy year for many of us. And I understand that a lot of us have relied on hope to get through it. Hope that 2021 will be a better year. Hope that things will work out better, that we will survive the sickness, that we won't catch COVID. We've had hope in a lot of things, but I want to talk about a very, very specific thing that I think this verse touches on. A lot of us have brothers, sisters, parents, friends that are not Christians, that we have pursued, that we have talked to, that we have prayed for over and over and over again. And we have not seen the results that we've prayed for. And we're starting to lose hope. You're starting to believe that they may be beyond saving. They may not be someone who will be saved in their life. And whoever that person is, they're very close to you because you have been praying for them for years. And I want you to know that God leaves the 99 to pursue that one. God has left the flock. God has chased after them with such a vengeance. And there is more rejoicing when one of the sinners gets saved than over 99 righteous people. God gives us hope. He gives us hope of rescue for ourselves and for those we have been witnessing to, and those we have been talking to, and those we have been praying for. God gives us hope that He will pursue us and those around us. God will pursue your brother, your sister, your parent. God will pursue your friend. Do not give up hope on praying for those around us, on praying for politicians, on praying for our teachers, on praying for our nurses and doctors and everybody. Do not give up hope. God is pursuing these people with a vengeance, and there will be great rejoicing in heaven and on earth when they get saved.